I'm Ella and welcome to my channel. Now, a few of you may have noticed that I haven't posted in about 2 months. If you hadn't guessed from the title, that's because I broke my collarbone. Not only did my collarbone snap completely in half, but the bones moved, so instead of being like this, they're now overlapping like this. And so that's taken extra long for it to heal. It looks really gross. Look away if you don't want to see right now. See? You can see it sticking out right there and oh. So the past 2 months have been a bit of a struggle. If you've broken your collarbone or any bone at all, I'm sure you'll agree. If you don't know, well, you're about to find out because these are some of the struggles of a broken collarbone. The first one, and probably the most obvious one, is getting changed. It's something you never really think about in everyday life, but as soon as you break a bone, more specifically your collarbone that links to your arm that is one half of what is putting your clothes on, it all suddenly becomes so much harder. I literally had to be cut out of my sports bra when I first broke my collarbone because I physically couldn't take it off. And it also hurts because you have to take your arm out of the sling to change your shirt. So not only do you have the hassle of trying to get it on, your arm hurts more because you have to support the weight of your arm yourself. The easiest way that I figured out was you kind of slide your shirt along your arm and then you have to get your head as close to your neck as possible, which does hurt, and then you kind of have to pull the head over and then somehow with one arm shift your arm up the inside and out through the other armhole. And ooh, getting out of your shirt is kind of the same but almost in reverse. Get your arm out through the hole by itself. So to start with, I had to have my mum holding the shirt out so I could pull my arm through it, and then as I started to be able to use my arm myself, I could kind of pull the corner of the sleeve down, which hurt a lot, and then you get it out, you kind of shift up and over, and then out again. So much hassle for something that should be so simple. Oh. And then don't get me started on hugging people. The number of times I had people come up to me, I was wearing a sling. What part of this big blue thing that's going around my neck and across my arm does not make people think that they should maybe be cautious and not like give you a massive bear hug? But apparently, some people don't seem to take that into account. And the number of times I had people come up to me and just like, hey, I haven't seen you in ages, and like giving me this massive big hug, and I was like, ow, get off me please, my shoulder. Use your eyes, people. And then carrying drinks. I went to a bar one time, I was with some friends. The guy behind the bar saw me wearing a sling, struggling with my money in my wallet, trying to get it all out with one hand. He just gave me a glass and then my drink in a bottle. And I'm like, could you not have poured the drink into the glass? You saw me struggling. I very clearly only have one working hand. How am I meant to carry 2 things over to my table? My friends had already gone off and sat down. I was just left there and I was like, oh, what do I do? Luckily, by that point, I was feeling well enough to kind of be out the house. So I was just about able to hold the weight of an empty glass, and then I held the bottle in my other hand. But like, again, have some common sense, people. Regaining the use of my other hand was very useful, again, for driving. I drive a manual car, and so that means I have to change gears with the hand that is on the arm of my dodgy shoulder. Now, I waited until I had like good enough movement and everything and it didn't hurt too much. But still, first and second gear specifically, nearly killed me. So it's fine, you're going along, you're driving, it's all fine, it's all great, and then you see traffic lights and you're just like, well, it's nice while it lasted, and then it's just the painful ow, ow, as you pull away, and it's we got there eventually. Painkillers at the beginning were awful. I mean, they were great because they put me in a lot less pain, but they were also awful because they made me fall asleep so much, and then when I ran out of them at the end, I then couldn't get to sleep because I wasn't being drugged up to go to sleep. And it was also, I had an exam 3 days after I broke my collarbone. And I was in so much pain. But I couldn't take any painkillers because they would have made me fall asleep during my exam, which was not ideal. Don't know about you, but I would rather be awake and conscious during my exams. So that was a thing that happened. And then as soon as you're out of the sling and they're telling you, oh, move it around loads, do stuff with it, people who know very well that you have a broken collarbone somehow magically forget that you're still in pain and that everything still hurts. You still can't not lie on your back when you're sleeping, because if you try roll over just the slightest bit, you will be in unbearable agony, and you still can't lift things with your hand, you can't catch, you still can't do anything. You can move it a bit more because the bones have started to stick back together, but it still hurts, and no one seems to realise this. I don't know why, but Fracture Clinic have a weird thing. Like, you turn up and you know you're meant to be having an x-ray that day, but they still make you wait for your appointment at Fracture Clinic to go to Fracture Clinic to be told, oh no, you have an x-ray today, go to the x-ray waiting room. And then you wait there for like another hour, and it's like, why couldn't I just have gone to the x-ray waiting room to start with? I knew I was meant to be having one. Why did you make me wait an extra hour beforehand? And then finally, laughing. Laughing is a serious issue. You better hope that you are stone dead miserable for at least 6 weeks. Because if you so much as giggle, you are going to be in so much pain that you will not just be laughing, you will be crying tears. I mean, this is probably just for a collarbone, not specific to other broken bones, but laughing with a broken collarbone is one of the most painful things you can do to your collarbone while it's broken. Because you're like moving your chest, you're moving something inside you, like moving your arm. Your arm's just connected to it. Moving your chest to laugh, that's one whole other can of worms. And whew, you do not want to open it. So yeah, if you're not miserable already from the prospect of having broken your bone, you ain't gonna be laughing anytime soon, because as soon as you do, you're gonna be crying. Those are some of the things that I experienced while my collarbone was a lot more broken than it is right now. If you found it entertaining or learned something new, make sure to like it and let me know in the comments if you've experienced any of these things or if you have any stories to share of your own. Make sure to subscribe to keep updated with all my latest videos. Till next time, bye!